Pokimane has done it again, everyone. She has committed the worst sin in internet history, and that is being a woman online. She's a woman, guys. She's a woman. We gotta lock her up. We gotta throw away a key. You can't be a woman online, alright? You can't just do that. But in all seriousness, Pokimane has gotten herself into some controversy that has kind of divided people online. And it all surrounds her new cookie, known as Myna. I believe it's just Myna Snacks. So the product is called Myna Snacks, and their current product is this Midnight Mini Cookie. It is a 4 ounce. I think it comes with like 7 each, I believe. First of all, I just want to say that this website is designed beautifully. Just want to point that out. I'm not exactly sure how many cookies are in every single bag. There are 28 cookies each. So one bag contains 28 cookies, which is pretty good. It's chocolate with velvety white chips and sea salt. I've seen a couple of videos of people reacting to it, like trying it, and apparently it's a pretty like dark chocolate, which I really enjoy. So it is kind of convincing me maybe I should get it. Currently not so much. Currently I'm probably not gonna get it just because Christmas shopping is taking quite a bit out of me. So we're kind of trying to save on money right now. But the whole controversy surrounding these cookies are the price. So as you see here, right now we are on the lowest purchase option, a 4-pack. And right now they cost $28, 7 per bag. Now the thing is that 7 per bag is not bad. It is, I would say, like pretty cheap compared. I would say it's a pretty similar pricing. I wouldn't say it's cheap. It's pretty similar to like a regular bag of cookies that you would like get at the grocery store. Like I'm looking up the cookie prices right now, and it actually costs around the same as an Oreo Mega Stuff, family size. So like I could, it is pretty expensive compared to like probably like the cheapest you could get with like the Oreos. But at the same time, I don't think like 7 per bag is necessarily too much. It's not something that like I feel like a lot of people are just gonna grab just based off the price. Like you're going to grab it if you like really enjoy it. But I don't know. And the whole thing with this is like I do I do think a lot of the criticism with Pokemon like that is coming towards Pokimane with this whole thing is kind of weird. I don't think like if it was like 28 per bag, absolutely I would understand. That is ridiculous. 7 per bag, I don't think is too much. I obviously understand like a lot of people probably wouldn't be able to, a couple of people wouldn't be able to get it. But like, I don't know. I feel like 7 isn't too much. But at the same time, this is the lowest option you can get it right now. And I was wondering with this whole situation, like, okay, like for a 4-pack 28, I can understand why people are upset about that. It seems a little high when that's the lowest option. But like, if it's available in retail stores for a single bag, I can understand like, then in my opinion, it's some unwarranted, criticism. But apparently, based on their question and answers page, are your products available in retail stores? No, we are only available online at this time to ship in the US. Like, I understand why people are upset when this is the cheapest option. Like, it shouldn't be. Like, I feel like if you want to offset a lot of the criticism that you're going to get from this, you should at least select a, like, cheaper option. Like, maybe in my opinion, like, if there was a 2-pack option, there would still definitely be some criticism. I mean, like, Pokimane gets a lot of, in my opinion, a lot of unjustified criticism, mostly just from like, a certain pact of internet dwellers. Usually, they got the blue check mark. They follow like Keemstar, shit like that. This is, you know, this is kind of like perfect for them to go after Pokimane for because like on one hand, there is a lot of like unjustified things that they are criticizing her on, and like comments they make about her, even like aside from this. But at the same time, I feel like there is definitely criticism from her own fans that she's not taking into consideration when it comes to this whole situation. Like, even her, like, she needs to realize even some of her own fans are not going to be able to purchase this. And again, I don't know. And I've heard some comparisons in relation to Logan Paul and KSI's Drink Prime, and they are valid. Like, Prime is very, it's more expensive than its competitors, but it's not like too inexpensive at the same time. And also, I can get a singular Prime bottle. I can't get a singular bag of these cookies. Like, my cheapest option is $28 for Prime. Like, what's even the price for Prime? I mean, we got these packs, but like, I'm seeing here it's like what, $2? It's not even that much. I think that there is a valid reason to criticize Pokimane for this decision, but I think most of the criticism isn't that valid reason. Like, this should be the valid reason. Like, the cheapest option is not cheap at all compared to a lot of other options when it comes to cookies. But the thing is that if there was a cheaper option, I don't think this would be a problem at all. Like, if there was just a way that you could get a singular bag or just like a two pack. Like, a two pack, in my opinion, is more than reasonable, and you get to like select which one you want, like which two you want. Like, that's still a way that you can make a good amount of money without having to go through the whole packaging and shipping ordeal with just one like just for one bag. Like, I don't know. Like, to me, like a 4 pack being the cheapest just isn't good, especially if you want people to get this. Like, and they also have like an 8 pack and the 12 pack, which like the 12 pack being like $84. Like, I mean, understandable for like the amount you're selling per bag, but again, like, if you can, I don't know why. I feel like if you can do a 12 pack, you should also do a 2 pack. Like, at least a cheaper option. And even the snack club, it's not that much. Like, you save 10%, but like it's still pretty expensive. I don't know. But yeah, I do believe that Pokimane gets a lot of unfair criticism, mostly just due to the fact that she is kind of just a woman online. I mean, mostly due to the fact that she is a woman online, and they're more than likely going to get scrutinized. I mean, there's plenty of other creator like products that are really expensive. Like, I don't think 7 is too inexpensive for like what she's trying to do. Like, she is trying to create a more healthy cookie, and with that, there is like a higher price range that you had to go through in order to make them, because a lot of these like cookies like Oreos, they it is pretty cheap to make them, so they can sell them pretty cheap. That's the difference. But with cookies like these, they're not cheap to make. So I understand why they would be 7 per bag. I just feel like there should at least be a cheaper option when it comes to like the like how much you want to get, like a 2 pack. If it was a 2 pack, 14, you know, or a 2 pack, I think that would be great. And that's really my only criticism is just, hey, just make a cheaper option. Even if it's not one bag, at least like a 2 pack should be good enough. But the thing is that I don't think Pokemon has also had the best when it comes to like responding to this. And I have this Moist Critical video here, but we're not really gonna like watch the full thing. I just want to point out like some clips that were from a stream that appeared in this. He does now something I do want to bring up too is that apparently these are very similar to this brand called Tootsie's and their Midnight Mini Cookies. The thing is that this has been discussed about by Poki, and the thing is that they are the same distributor, so they already had that cookie, but it was something that like I think they weren't like planning on continuing. So Poki just kind of like took their recipe for that. Like, they basically use the same kind of thing. They basically use the same kind of recipe for these Tootsie cookies with Myna, and they did, work on improving it. I think like they did. They didn't like just straight up rip off the design. They didn't straight up rip off the ingredients. But even if they did, it's the same distributor. It doesn't matter. Like you're just using your recipe and putting it on a different label. Like I don't really care for that much. I don't think it's a good, uh, point to bring up when it comes to like criticizing Pokey. But we do have this stream click.
You could ever do when trying to sell something to your audience.
When people are like, oh my god, $28 for cookies? It's 4 bags. That's $7 a bag. I know math is hard when you're an idiot, but like if you're a broke boy, just say so. Anyway.
Like yeah, I don't think that's a good response to that at all. Like again, because it's not just people who are criticizing you. It's also people who just are fans of you but just can't pay for the cookie. Like that's it. Like you're not making fun of some random blue checkmark user on Twitter. You're making fun of people in your audience who just can't afford the cookie. And that's the thing. Like I would find like this whole like Brook Boy funny comment hilarious, but I don't know. It just doesn't come across great when there is a fair amount of criticism coming from your audience, and you're basically shouting down at your audience, being like, "Oh, look at you, you're broke." Like, yeah, there should be a cheaper option. I don't think this is, and also like, yeah, it's $7 per bag, but you can't get a singular bag. I don't think this whole $7 per bag really means anything if you can't get a singular bag. Like, it's just not a good argument. And like again, there's a lot of unfairness coming from this whole situation with people trying to like, make this into a whole like trying to cancel Pokey for this. Like I don't think this is the worst thing that Pokey could ever do. Like just sell expensive thing of cookies. But again, I don't think her response to this is coming off very well. I don't know. I think there should be a cheaper option. If this is at some point available in retail stores for like a singular bag, then fine. I just think like making the cheapest option out of the gate $28, it's not a good look. And the way that she's been dealing with this isn't exactly a good look either. And again, like I don't think she should be canceled for this. Again, I just think it should be something like you should just listen to your own audience more when it comes to this and just be like, all right, like I get $28 is a lot off the gate, like especially with the economy right now and how like most people are living. Just at least like provide a cheaper option. Again, 2-pack, $14. I think it's not too inexpensive that people wouldn't be able to get it, but it's not like cheap enough that you would lose it. Like you would have to worry about like not getting enough money out of it. Again, like I feel like $14 is at least somewhat affordable for a fair amount of people. And even if you don't, and even if not, like I don't know, there's at least a cheaper option out there that's not like too inexpensive. Like it's not like you don't have to worry about like looking at your bank account in order to see if you can get it. I don't know. But that's just all I'm really going to cover from it. Like, again, I think people are going way too hard about this. If this was just like, I don't know, if this was like a phase cookie or like an XQC cookie, I don't think people would give a shit at all. It's just the fact that it is Pokimane. But again, I feel like there is a better way to like kind of talk about this. And I think, again, there is a fair amount of criticism. I do feel like there is a fair amount of criticism when it comes to like the like affordability of these cookies. But again, that's all I really had to say about it.